Look, I come from a city, you hear signs when we sleep. Heaven sent, hands down, vibes so unique. They ain't play their part, so my part is play for keeps. Why I a kid, but I never saw the...
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into Lock, Loaded, and Goated. I'm your host, Brandon Andrews. With me, as always, TP over there, Jeff Riddle Jr., and Jordan Elkins sitting in the old rocking chair. And we are the Lock, Loaded, and Goated crew, and we are back. We got a great show tonight. Josh is already in the house spamming. We love you, buddy. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off, and we're going to open this thing up. So we're going to open this thing up with our thoughts, like we always do. And to mix it up tonight, we're going to start with Jordan. Week 9 thoughts, buddy. How you feel? What are you feeling like?
The week 9. Who would have thought that by week 9, the coaching carousel would be as crazy as it is? And just wait, it's going to get wilder. A lot of quality jobs, not many quality candidates. And those candidates that are already have a job somewhere. So that's going to open up a lot of can of worms here. Also, was really looking forward to this weekend back in August. And as things have played out, this went from being a blockbuster weekend of marquee games to it's going to be a tough one to find something to talk about.
Yeah. Hey, Deez, what's up, brother? Just want to say hi, give you a shout out. Anyone that is in the chat and anyone that is here, if you can, please give us a like and a subscribe. It really will help us grow. We're going to try to push this out. Chad, what's up, brother? Hey, how's everybody doing? All right, Riddle, what do you think? Week 9.
Yeah, nobody in the country wants to play Indiana. That I honestly, I don't think there's a team outside of maybe Ohio State that really thinks they match up well with Indiana. Shout out to Tarleton State. They're up to number 2 in the FCS rankings, only behind North Dakota State, sitting at 9-0. That loss for Army's looking better and better each week, and there is a new number 2 in the largest buyout race, and we'll get to that in a little bit.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Like the title says, boys, Coaching Carousel is getting wacky and wild. Tony, thoughts?
Indiana, Ohio State, cream of the crop. These teams just keep beating the absolute shit out of everyone they play so far. Just a little shout out to Memphis, just solidifying that Tennessee is the best state for football. And what I learned is that any week is a good week to fire your head coach.
Any week is a great week to fire your head coach, especially when you got deep pockets. All right, what's up, Deez? Thank you, brother, for being here. Thank you for coming in on Saturday. You ain't getting no $100. Chad, what's going on, brother? Michigan Matthew, welcome, everybody. We are going to jump right into it. So first thing we always do, guys, is we ask for a Riddle's riddle. So Riddle,
sir.
Go ahead.
All right, so since the beginning of the BCS era, 1998, 17 times out of 27 chances a current SEC school has won the national championship. Of those 17 championships, 8 were perfect seasons. What 4 SEC schools have never had an undefeated season in their school's history?
Oh yeah. And I'll be honest, like Riddle, you've had some good stumpy ones. And this one's, it's not as bad. So he cut y'all a break this week because he's had some crazy ass ones. Okay, well, we're just going to jump right into it. We're going to rip this Band-Aid right off. All right, every week for like the past 4 weeks, we have had the coaching carousel as one of our topics. And lo and behold, every weekend rolls around and fucking college football does not disappoint us, and it keeps it right at the top. It's like the Indiana of topics. So anyway, long story short, Brian Kelly is the newest guy to be shown the unemployment line. And I saw the videos of him walking out Sunday morning looking pathetic and pitiful. And then I just wanted y'all to know, anybody that did watch those videos, who in the fuck is going to hide in a bush just to see pictures of Brian Kelly walking out of a fucking athletic department? I don't know who would have done that, but I guess God bless that guy. So anyway, long story short, Brian Kelly is the newest guy.
Before we go into this real quick, I'm just going to repeat it. A lot of people said that the question froze on them. The gist of it is since the BCS era, 17 times out of 27 chances, a current SEC school has won the national championship. Of those 17 championships, 8 were perfect seasons. What 4 SEC schools have never had an undefeated season in their school's history?
And just so everyone knows, to make this easy on Riddle, you have to have all 4 answers correct in one line.
Yes.
With commas. We're not hillbillies. Well, we are, but we gotta have proper grammar at least. So make it easy on them. Make sure you got all 4, comma spaced out. That way, he can kind of tell. Or don't put spaces in there. Who gives a shit? Let them try to figure it out. Anyway, okay. So with that said, we were talking about Brian Kelly. So first thing I'm asking the group, this is going to be several point questions. So first thing I'm asking the group, because I saw this asked in other podcasts and we're going to ask it too. Out of all, let's say the big 3, because there are several jobs open, but of the big 3, which one is the premier job? I'm going to start with you, Tony. Premier job, Penn State, Florida, LSU.
I mean, really, this is a tough one.
It is.
Because I just don't think that, I don't know, they don't have the history. Really, a lot of these schools don't. I mean, besides Penn State, but I don't look at Penn State anymore as like a place of destiny where you have to go. If I was going to give it to one, though, I probably would just say LSU because of the recent success that they have had, I guess, compared to Penn and Florida. And LSU, they're always a hotbed anyways when it comes to talent. They can bring in the talent. They did this offseason, had one of the better transfer portals out of any college team. But when you have a fraud at head coach who acts like he's from the bayou hunting gators and shit, it doesn't work out. So, yeah, I'd still probably say LSU if I was a guy who upcoming coach looking to upgrade, I'd probably go LSU.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I feel you on that one. So, Riddle, who are you thinking is the premier job out of the 3?
I think you have to go with LSU, and the reason is that is one of the most dangerous schools in the conference and in the nation with the right coach. LSU's had 3 permanent coaches before Brian Kelly: Saban, Les Miles, Ed Orgeron. They all won an SEC championship and a national title within the first 4 years of them being there. Brian Kelly didn't do that, and he's got 0 championships, no SEC, no national, and he was shown the door for it. So I do think LSU, with the right coach, could be in the running every single year.
Could be a monster, an absolute monster
every single year.
But could we not say the same about Florida? The talent pool alone in Florida. I mean, you can go get people out of your backyard and fucking have enough talent to compete.
That is true too.
But again, this is a debate. Jordan, who do you got?
Before today and the breaking news from today, I would have said LSU, but now I'm going to go Florida. When you start getting the governor and state politics involved in coaching hires, and now, potential coaches don't know who am I answering to, the AD, the governor, hell, the governor's assistant, just the boosters. It could set a messy precedent down there that I just don't think any big coaches probably want a part of. So I'm going to go with Florida now.
Yeah, and I'm going to go with Florida as well. Riddle, the news that we discussed earlier, the one we just, talked about. Mm-hmm. So anytime you have governors interfering with who I'm going to hire as a program, and then also both Penn State and LSU got rid of active winning coaches who had very, very, very good winning percentages at their universities to try something bigger and better. Not many coaches want to sign up for that. The only coaches that are going to do that are up and comers. So you're going to have to swing for the fences. I don't think you're getting a big splash. Like, I don't think you're getting Lane Kiffin unless you're willing to offer him $16 million guaranteed, the whole thing. But what do I know? What do I know? We'll see how it plays out. But again, I'm going to go Florida because I think Florida, at least out of everyone, they gave Sunbelt Billy more than enough chances. He didn't deliver, and they finally just said, you know what, it's time to move on.
It's funny. Florida gave him everything that they wouldn't give Dan Mullen.
Oh, I know.
He absolutely shit the bed with it.
And Dan Mullen was, oh my Lord, dude. Hindsight. Anyway, But that goes back to the loyalty thing we talked about because, like I said, Dan Mullen, one of his last years there with Kyle Trask, he was in the running for an SEC title. And then, the very next year he's shown the door. So anyway, next question that we're going to ask. Tony.
Hey, I just need to butt in real quick.
Yes.
Because I'm noticing a trend in the comments, and I've been looking. This is this is probably not going to show up on the camera, but this is 1960 Missouri. They went 11-0. So for everybody that keeps popping off with Missouri's in the chats, it's not them.
Yeah. So, and I think, yeah. Okay. Anyway, so with that said, we have 3 big jobs available and Arkansas. We're not going to go into Arkansas. We leave them over there. They're trash. Still got good history. Not a bad school for someone that's up and coming. But Tony, what is your prophecy of who is going to get these jobs at these 3 big schools? Even if you can't even if you couldn't just name them and be specific, what do you think the outcome is? Do you think you're going to go out and get a Lane Kiffin at Florida, or are you thinking I don't know. I'm just curious to see what you think.
I'm honestly not, and we discussed this, but I'm honestly not feeling the big name hire, honestly, to any of these schools. Now, I don't know I know a lot of these schools have deep pockets, but how deep really are their pockets? Are you willing to go and say, get a Kiffin or James Franklin and dish out, I don't know, about
Thank you for the follow.
$12 million per? And then what if that doesn't work out? Then what? Are you going to stick with them? That's why I feel like a lot of these schools, like Florida, LSU, and Penn, they might just be looking for the next big thing, possible big thing. Whether it be a coach from a smaller school or coordinators, Tim Banks, that is probably looking for a head coaching job.
Tim Banks.
Because hey, you can start off cheap, right? Start off cheap, and the buyout's not going to be insane. And then if it doesn't work out in a year or 2, cut it loose, fuck it. And then maybe whenever there's, say, another coach, a big name coach that is, coming towards the end of his contract, maybe make it run for someone at that point. But like I said, I don't know how big these pockets are, or these schools, if they're willing to pay, again, say someone like Brian Kelly, his average annual salary again, that at some point you can't keep just overpaying.
Thank you for following.
What was it that was said? So they're buying out Kelly and it's his staff, right? And then you got to figure all the money into the NIL and all this other shit. I mean, unless people just love to throw money around, I just got a feeling a lot of these schools, I don't think they're going to go big. I don't think that there's much opportunity out there. I think it's going to be some up-and-coming coordinator or some assistant. That's just my feeling. I don't see any big movement. Even Lane Kiffin, I know Lane Kiffin's like the guy over probably the last 4 fucking years now to leave Ole Miss. Yeah. It's a rumor almost every year, but I just don't see it happening.
So save Zion. I don't know if I said it right, but facts. There's no way they can just keep trend going in for college football. No, we said this last week. Bottom line is you make one cut, and then you have one more chance to get a good hire, or else you're going to set the program back. So all these teams have used up their one. So now they have to go out and get the right guy, or their program it'll be going in reverse. Riddle,
absolutely.
Rule us with some knowledge and go ahead and tell us who the hot up and coming candidates are going to be, because I know you know. You're muted, Riddle.
I just think Alex Golish is obviously going to be the biggest name. I think he's destined to go somewhere as soon as this year's over. There's not like a ton of home run choices for the coordinators. There are quite a few, and I went over them a couple weeks ago when we did this. Georgia Tech's OC, I think, obviously Georgia's defense coordinator. Those guys will land jobs, but it'll be when they want them. They don't have to go anywhere. So we got Brian Kelly, James Franklin, Billy Napier, Mike Gundy, Sam Pittman, Deshaun Foster, Brent Pry, Trent Bray, Trent Dilfer, and Jay Norwell. They're all out there. They're going to be looking for jobs. I don't think any of those guys have said that they're done coaching. They're going to want to go somewhere else.
Thank you for the heart, me.
But Jordan's brought up a good point. Unless all these schools just swap the coaches that they've fired, there's not enough premier level coaches for the premier jobs that are coming open.
That's
so
true.
I think Tony is right. I think teams are going to go a cheaper route. I think they're going to give somebody a chance. Not all of them. There's going to be your LSUs and your Floridas. They're going to want a home run hire, somebody that can come in and be successful immediately. But you know, some of these other schools, your UCLA's, maybe even Penn State, Oklahoma State, those guys, I would expect to see some coordinators go. And Jeff Traylor down there in Texas, I still think he will go somewhere. He can go. I think he's comfortable where he's at, but he could go wherever he wants to. But I think he'll get a bigger job one day. But yeah, I think Tony's onto something there. I think a lot of these teams, with the money that they've spent on these buyouts, which is over $169 million just this year, I think some coordinators will get their chances, because I mean, this is going to be a historical coaching carousel by the time it's over. So
I think so too. I have a few names that I'm going to hold off, because I do agree Golish is one name that should be very high on people's lists. But Jordan, give me your take on it. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, first off, Cody, no, they won't have to pay any buyout for anybody that wants to take Franklin or Brian Kelly. I don't know how much of Kelly's is guaranteed. Franklin's buyout will be offset the money Penn State owes him based on his new job, whether that be broadcasting or on air. On the other part, as I said before, like I said, there's a lot of big jobs out here. There's going to be some very disappointed fan bases when the dust settles on this. There's probably going to be somebody pop out that nobody here's mentioning, nobody anywhere's mentioning, that will make a name for himself. There's just too many opportunities on the board right now for everything to be an abstract failure. But I say Golish, the OC at Oregon. I know Jeff hates when I say this, but you know, Schumann. There's a lot of coordinators that are probably ready to make that jump when they feel the job is right for them. Go ahead, honey.
Anyway, so bottom line is that's he's right. So what I'm wondering is, and Savion, he brought up another one. We haven't even talked about UCLA being an opening. I don't consider that a premier job, but it is a Big Ten job that is open.
It is a Big Ten school.
And the right hire could be a huge splash. Like Golish, I could see Golish having a lot of success. His offense is bred for less talented teams to be able to compete against big names. So I could see Golish. Oh, that's another good one. Yeah.
Texas A&M. Yeah. I mean, with the success that they're having this year, especially on the offensive side of the football, he's a guy that could get poached easily. And it's if the school wants to take the shot on the OC or the DC or the coordinator that's never, been a head coach. So, I mean, there's a lot of guys. Tony would pray that this happens, but Tim Banks is liable to get one of these smaller schools head coaching job and get his feet wet.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, Riddle, because as coaches leave and move on, other jobs come open. I honestly could see Brian Kelly being a perfect fit for Penn State. He fits that mold. He fits that mold. He fits that style of football. He would be perfect up there where he did not fit LSU. He did not.
I think James Franklin would be perfect at a place like Virginia Tech. It's a smaller school.
No, Heupel's going there. Heupel's going there.
No, he's not.
And then, dude, can I just say this? I will buy everybody on this panel a bottle of bourbon if it happens. If Josh Heupel goes to Virginia Tech and then Tim Banks becomes head coach at the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, I will freaking scream it from the rooftops.
Why would Josh shut up, Brady? Because I was going to drop that hint later about what if Heupel leaves or like say
Heupel wants to make a lateral move. No.
The only thing, let's say maybe North Dakota State say, hey, we're going to go Division I. We want you to build this program. Maybe because that's where he's from, to build the first Division I team in his home state. It's not going to happen. But I mean, a weird scenario. But then Tim Banks wound up with a head job. Tony, I was going to ask Tony, what would his future entail if Tim Banks was the head coach at the University of Tennessee?
Kia says Ellerby to Penn. I'm going to ask you one more name that hasn't been brought up that I think is going to be very high on everyone's radar by the end of the year.
Oh, Kias, please.
Brent Key. I think he's gonna be on
I think
people's
he is
names.
very comfortable. I do. But
Yeah.
I think he's very comfortable where he's at. He's in a Power 4 conference.
Yep.
And he has built Georgia Tech. They're in the driver's seat. All they have to do is win, and they're in the driver's seat in the ACC. And
we can say no.
Who would have thought over the last 20 years that Georgia Tech would be the front runner in the ACC right now?
Not me.
He's very comfortable where he's at, and if Georgia Tech's smart, they're going to give him a little bit more money to try to keep him. Or you're right, he probably will take a job somewhere else. But
he says Alex gets the call to Tennessee if hype leaves.
And remember,
I can see that. That'd work.
You know, we keep talking about all these home run hires. It doesn't have to fucking always be a home run hire. I mean, like we brought up Judge Hypo. Hypo wasn't considered a home run hit. I mean, that's why
Mike
I do
Elko.
like Golish. Well, Golish, I guess, would be considered a home run hit, but
now he would
wasn't
be
even considered a home run hit.
Yeah.
Media was skeptical of it. Fans were too, I remember. But I mean, look how it's turned out. So you don't always have to go after that big name. The big name doesn't always fucking work.
Yeah, I think honestly, Summerall is going to LSU. That's if I had to put money on it, and you said bet the house note, I'd say Summerall. So just because I feel like he's in the backyard, he knows that area, and I think from what I hear, they all like him. But then again, when the governor gets involved with the search, it's not quite that simple. So
honestly, I think there's something to the fact that Ed Orgeron goes on a podcast or an interview.
That was
says,
interesting.
I'd happily go back to the LSU job. Just let me know. I'll get my pickup truck. I'll be there today. And then the governor comes out and says the AD will not be in any decision making for this head coaching job.
We're taking no chance on that.
That's so funny.
Troy, if you get that autograph, just make sure he writes it out to his number one hater, please.
Number one hater. Number one hater. Although Tony is not alone anymore. He's found other Tim Bank haters in the world, and he is no longer sitting on this mountain by himself.
It took a while, but damn, I got us there. I got us there.
Tony will die on a hill. He'll be like, motherfucker, your dick don't work. It might take 50 years for it not to work, but by God, he'll say, I told you. Anyway.
I've been saying it though for like 5 years.
I agree. So anyway, we're going to move on. So what we did last week is we talked about Power 4 conference preseason predictions and where we stood, and we were okay. Now we're going to the Group of 5 conference standings, or Group of 6, and versus our preseason predictions, and they are not as good. They're not as good. So
well, they might be a little bit better. At least most of us have a team still in the running.
So what I'm going to do, Riddle, is I'm going to call out the conference. You're going to tell me. Okay, go ahead.
If Bobo goes to Florida, it'd be the greatest gift ever.
Yeah. He said, and Kane Womack to LSU. Well, hell, have at it, brother. Anyway, so
dream big.
Yeah, that's a win-win. Anyway, long story short, Riddle, I'm going to tell you conference. You tell us who we picked, and then Tony, just like last time, we're starting with you. You get one opportunity to switch your pick. If hindsight's 2020, you get one opportunity. Let's see where we're at. American Conference, Riddle. Who were our picks?
Hang on, I'm replying to Chad in the chat. American Conference. Me, Tony, and Brandon had Tulane, and Jordan had Memphis.
Okay.
Oh, Memphis, what you know?
Yeah. Tony.
Just so you know, Tony, Navy's first at 5-0, Tulane's 3-0, Memphis 3-1. That's 1, 2, 3 right there.
Yeah, I'm still sticking my Tulane. I think the last time we did this, I said I'm sticking with them because I said they still have a shot. 6-1 and 3-0 conference, so they still have a shot. I can't change now. Shit. So I'm sticking with Tulane.
Saban's not going back. You can keep dreaming. It's not happening. Riddle, you staying or going?
So Memphis and Tulane still have to play. That's going to be a big game. Navy still has to play all the top teams in the conference. I don't think Navy's going to survive that. So that it really is going to come down to that Memphis-Tulane game. And I think, I'm going to stick with Tulane. I'm not going to change my preseason pick, because if they do end up winning it, that looks great. But if I was putting money down right now, that Memphis team's playing really good football. I know they had to slip up against UAB.
Tulane game is in the Liberty Bowl.
Yep. And Strange things happen in rivalry games. We talk about it all the time, but I would change it to Memphis if I had to put money on it, but I'm gonna stick with Tulane.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to. I'm just gonna hold. Not saying Memphis is a really good pick, and I want to jump on the bandwagon, but hell, we might as well stay with what we know, and we'll see what Summerall's made of. Jordan, I assume you're staying.
I don't know how to say his name, but yeah, we're covering that Navy North Texas game here in just a little bit.
Yeah, we're
Chad
about to
said
cover
Tony
that.
just gave Tulane the kiss of death.
Yeah.
Hell,
Yeah.
we mean they're doing good right now.
But you know what? But hey, the good news is nobody cares. Nobody cares about Tulane having the kiss of death. Nobody, except for maybe 30,000 people somewhere. Okay, Riddle. Let's see here. Let's go down this list. Conference USA.
So Conference USA, me, Tony, and Brandon took Liberty.
Yeah, that's not happening.
And Jordan took Western Kentucky. Liberty is only one game out of that conference lead, so they still have a chance. I don't either, but
Yeah, it's not
But they
happening.
are 3-4 overall.
Yeah.
oh, you split it up, save Zion. Okay, Chad, appreciate it.
They're about like my weekly spread picks, 3 and 4,
Okay.
except 2 and 3.
So Riddle, we'll start with you. Who are you going with?
I watched Kennesaw State play last night and was praying for that cover. And if it wasn't for a wide receiver screen where the knee went down, probably wouldn't have got that cover. I'm liking what I see out of Kennesaw State. Jacksonville State's playing MTSU right now. Western Kentucky, you can never count them out. I do like Jordan's pick there. Again, this is one of those, I'll take my L. If they don't get it, I'll stick with Liberty. They are just a game back, but I do not trust them. They got Kennesaw State, Jacksonville State, Western Kentucky, and Missouri State ahead of them. And I think all 4 of those teams have a better chance to win that conference than Liberty does. But I'll stick with Liberty and take my L.
Tony, who you got?
I would probably switch to Western Kentucky if I had to.
It's not
Yeah.
bad.
All right, so yeah, I took. I'm not sticking with Liberty. Fuck that. I'm not going
F that
down
noise.
with the ship with you. I was actually going to switch it up to Western Kentucky.
No,
Okay.
not allowed.
Not allowed. I can't jump on. I can't piggyback.
Nah, I'm just fucking with you.
You don't want me to.
you can't on this one.
I just
You
picked
can't
that
on
out.
this one, Tony.
There's another team y'all are forgetting about in this conference, though.
Oh,
Who,
there.
Jacks?
That's who I'm
Jacksonville
going.
State,
I'm going.
Missouri State.
I'm switching mine up to Jacksonville State. That's who I am.
Hell,
I'm
they got
going
to
with-
beat MTSU tonight.
14-7 to MTSU. So
Yeah, I was about to say they got to win tonight.
Yep.
Well, hell,
it's
I'm
in the
not.
third quarter.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, damn. They,
Something happens
you know.
when people go to Murfreesboro and they're supposed to win. I don't get
I
it.
know.
I'm telling you, just because it's a rainy, cold night, man, weird shit happens.
Well,
on
you
rainy,
know
cold
what? Then
weekday
then fuck it. I'm going. I'm not going MTSU because they suck. I'll just jump on the bandwagon and I'll go Western Kentucky too.
I
I'm
think,
not.
I think MTSU is actually second to last right now. They have one conference win. It's their only win. Of
They
the
have
season.
zero.
zero
Zero,
conference
okay.
win.
Oh,
But there's somebody
They're
else
1
on
and
this.
6.
Sam Houston's 0-4.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
there you go. They're both winless. So, yeah, MTSU
terrible.
looking to get that first conference win tonight against a big dog in the
Good.
in the conference.
Good Lord Jesus, help me. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're going to the MAC. The MAC,
Well, hold
Riddle.
on, I picked,
Oh,
I
I
picked
thought you.
preseason. I picked preseason Western Kentucky. I'm going to ride with them just because that's been
Oh,
my pony the whole time.
I thought
But
this
watch
was.
out for this Kennesaw State Owls team in that conference. They are a sneaky good team. They've lost 2 games this year. One was at Indiana. The other was by 1 point to a sneaky good Wake Forest squad.
Yeah.
Watch out for Kennesaw State. That defense last night defense special team scored the first 16 points of the game for them.
Yep.
I mean, they really get after it. That Jerry Mack in his first season there is, man, should be up for National Coach of the Year with the turnaround he's done on that team that was 2-10 a year ago.
Their
They're bowl eligible.
their schedule
Yeah, but
though
now
is
they're first time ever.
their Conference
you know, their
USA
second season.
schedule on the back half is very tough. They have some big games coming up in the.
I mean,
yeah.
they do. They're going to
But
have to earn it. But I mean,
all the
they
big teams
still-
do.
pretty good
All the big
Yeah.
teams do.
Yeah, Kennesaw State still plays Jacksonville State, Missouri State, and Liberty. So
Yeah.
they
It's gonna be a
got
big-
the top teams left.
But hey, good for them though. Good for them. I mean, I'm excited. I apologize for that, Jordan. All right, Mac
you're
Riddle. Who do we have?
Do what? The MAC.
The Mac. Yep.
And the MAC, again, we had
Sorry, no,
three
terrible.
3 the same, and then Jordan. Me, you, and Tony had Toledo, and Jordan had Buffalo. And Toledo is already eliminated, so this is the one where we don't have a dog in the hunt, but Jordan sure as hell does.
Well, they're not. I mean, they're 2-2 in conference. They're not.
Right, but you got Miami, Ohio at 4-0 with 4 or 5 weeks left. So the likelihood of Toledo backdooring their way in is unlikely.
Small. It's real small.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, Jordan, who do you have? Are you staying or going?
I've got Buffalo. I'm
You're riding it out.
off of them now.
Man, you're just too damn good for your own good. You know what? Tony, who you got?
I'm a switch, obviously, not sticking with Toledo. I'm going to go with Central Michigan, and they have a big game this Saturday against Western Michigan. I got them winning that one.
That'll be an eliminator game. Both of those are 3-1.
So let's go Central.
Yeah,
Central
okay.
Mich.
Riddle, what are you thinking?
That Miami, Ohio team has actually looked pretty good, and they are a spread covering machine.
Yeah.
5-3 overall. I like that Miami, Ohio team. I think they have as good a shot as anybody in that conference to win that conference, and I've got to get the hell off the Toledo wagon because
we all
they
do.
get about a 2% chance to get that one.
Okay.
Hey, we didn't pick the Independents, did we?
No. I mean,
whoa! Hey, you laugh right now. Notre Dame is 5-2.
Yeah,
and those Joe Fagnano-led Connecticut Huskies are 5-3.
But they're not in the conference. So how do you have a conference champion if you're not in the conference?
Notre Dame plays nobody the rest of the year unless Navy continues winning, and that's next week. So has everyone picked this one? Because I'm changing mine. I'm going with the Ohio Bobcats. That is who I'm going. They're 3-1.
For whatever reason, they always have Miami of Ohio's number. It seems like they always have their number, and that's who's in number one. And I mean, they're right there in it. Buffalo's right there in it. A lot of these teams have to play each other though at the back half.
I'm sorry, I was looking at the numbers here. Buffalo, out of the teams that still have a shot, Buffalo has the most points allowed in conference play. So.
Yeah, but it depends on who they played. Depends on who they played, Jordan. In conference play. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't see in conference play.
Yeah, in conference play.
Yeah, okay. But I mean, this is a guess. It's a crapshoot. The MAC is always it's a fun league. School. It's a fun league.
Look, hey, baby, it's going to be November next week. Tuesday night, MAC's going to be back.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, we're going to move on to the Mountain West. Mountain West. Tony, we're going to start with you. Oh, I'm sorry, Riddle. Who do we have? I apologize. I'm going to swear up here.
Me, Tony, and Jordan had Boise State. And Brandon, you took UNLV.
Anybody going to change outside of Brandon?
I'm not. No, I got stuck with it.
And I mean, Boise State, San Diego State, that's the top 2 teams right now that are undefeated. They play on 11-15 next week. So,
wow. You know what?
One, San Diego State, though, they're undefeated, but they still have to play Hawaii, Boise State, and New Mexico. That's 3 of the top teams in that conference.
San Diego State's got a hell of a defense.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I'm jumping.
But they still have to play the top end of the conference, and Boise State has to play San Diego State. So that's it.
UNLV, they're not all the way out of it, but Boise State would have to lose twice. So I have to jump off the bandwagon. I'll go San Diego State because their defense, they're only allowing 34 points in 3 games of conference play. That's admirable, and we'll see how they do. I mean, well, I mean, they beat California 34-0. They lost to Washington State 36-13, but they played Colorado State 45-24. Nevada.
Hey, Tony,
I'll stay.
Over on the purple said he wants you to go to the Auburn game and wear orange and blue.
Oh, dude. Come on, Tony. Come on, Tony. Help us out, bro.
We'll be off that weekend, Tony, for a small
All right, so
I'm good.
Riddle insisted that we did this one, but this is the Pac-2 championship. Go ahead, Riddle. Go ahead and get our picks out there.
So this is the first one that we were actually split right down the middle. Brandon, me and you had Washington State.
And we're looking good.
Tony and Jordan had Oregon State. Washington's 4-4. 0-0 in the conference. Oregon State is 1-7, 0-0 in the conference. These teams
two-way tie for first.
These teams play
Have a
twice
shot.
over the next 4 weeks. So
Yep, and all you got
Pac-2.
all you got to do is win once, and it's a push. All right. Anyway,
Then it comes down to overall record, and then Washington State's going to win anyway.
yeah,
So.
it's over then.
Yeah.
Are they co-champions?
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then
Everybody wins.
So is anyone changing their picks on this?
I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Why?
Oregon
It's-
State's terrible.
Donkey goober, man.
Hey, Kia said he will buy your ticket, Tony.
Dude, buy your
Illinois was
ticket.
So much better.
Lord,
Yeah,
they
they
are
are
hurting,
not.
bro. They are hurting, bro. They are
Although
hurting.
both teams are on a one-game win streak.
Oh my God. Maybe Brian Kelly do wonders out there in the Pac-2.
He might.
Hell, and you ain't got to pay him much, hell, because LSU will negotiate the rest of it.
Right?
All right, last one, but certainly not least. Sunbelt. Riddle. Who do we have?
So in the Sun Belt, me, Brandon, and Tony took James Madison.
Yeah.
Jordan took Texas State.
Well, yeah, Jordan, you're fucked.
Preseason, Texas State, I think, had the fourth shortest odds to win that conference,
Yeah.
and they've yet to win a conference game.
But anyway, who are you switching to?
You know what? That game's. I don't.
It's a tough
I
one.
want to make this fun, so I'm not going James Madison like everybody else. You know what? I'm a believer. Give me Southern Miss. The Golden
That's a good
Eagles.
pick. Good pick. That's a
Southern
good pick.
Miss is undefeated in conference play, as is Troy. They will face off the last week of the season, likely with a spot in that championship game on the line.
I could see Southern Miss winning that, to be fair. I really could. So that'll be intriguing. Good pick, Jordan. Tony, are you going to stay with James Madison or do you want to go with Texas State?
I'm not. No, I'm not.
I'm
I'm sticking with my pick. That's what I do.
All right. That's the Tim Banks of picks right there. Anyway, good job, buddy. Riddle, I assume you're staying too. So we'll move on.
Well, I'm going to stay, and I just wanted to say that the Sun Belt is one of the last ones that still has the East and the West, where you have to win your division to play in the conference championship.
Field goal, Jeff.
Okay, well, we're making progress for the sake of progress.
And I like
Maybe
it.
cut you off. I just going to update you.
Oh, no, you're fine. And right now, Southern Miss is 4-0, and Troy is 4-0 in the West. And I think James Madison's going to win the East, and James Madison's going to win that conference. But, hey, I think James Madison, Southern Miss is a real possibility. But I think...
Yeah, I think James Madison wins it. I just don't want it to.
Southern Miss.
I'm not going to just jump on the wagon.
So James Madison and Coastal Carolina, and then Southern Miss and Troy play each other on 11/29, which will basically determine the East and the West in that conference.
So-
Some craziness.
I'm asking a question about James Madison because obviously as a program they're doing phenomenal program. So at what point does James Madison start scheduling all the big names out of conference opponents it can to try to gain notoriety and potentially, build that brand?
I think this is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first year that they're postseason eligible after jumping up to Division I. Correct? They've been on like a 2-year ban.
Yeah, I think it was 2 years.
And they would have won.
Trying to get them in.
Right, and they would have won the conference. They would have hands down won the conference each of the last 2 years. Hell, I think you take a couple of years, win your conference a couple times, and then if you want to test yourself, but win your conference first.
This is what I was going to ask. Do you take the chance and test yourself, or do you pull the Navy route and just go all a bunch of slobs and go undefeated and get the group of 6 automatic bid
Navy's
and get
gotta
that
beat
playoff
Notre
money?
Dame. Navy's got to beat Notre Dame, or they will not be anything because their strength of schedule.
Yeah, I just meant James Madison.
But if it wasn't for that Notre Dame game,
him,
we could see some triple option playoffs.
Oh my Lord. All right. So we're gonna move on. So this is an easy one. This is just for fun. This is the hot take of the night. So easy money guaranteed playoff predictions. I want to know, of the teams in the top 25, which ones are you betting the bank on, Tony, are going to be in the playoffs come playoff selection Sunday?
Like one team or what? Multiple.
Give me 3 teams that are guaranteed right now they're going to be in the playoff.
Well, most likely Ohio State. Indiana. And let's see, just thinking top of my head. Probably. Hell, it's probably gonna be Bama.
Dang. Well, don't put that juju on me. Don't put that juju on me. God damn. All right.
Yes.
Now, thank you for following. Now, Riddle, you can't pick those 3 teams.
Oh, I done went through all this. Hang on.
All right. Yeah, I know you did.
Okay.
Well, okay, go ahead.
So these are my locks, and
Locks.
it's just Big Ten and SEC. This is barring craziness, obviously,
Okay.
because I think Ohio State, Indiana, and Oregon are locks from the Big Ten. They don't really play anybody else the rest of the way. Indiana and Ohio State will play in the Big Ten championship game. The loser of that's still getting in. In the SEC, barring craziness, A&M, Alabama, Georgia, and Ole Miss, I think, are locks. Because even if Georgia loses to Georgia Tech, they still aren't going to play in the SEC championship game. They're still going to the playoff with 2 losses. In the ACC, I think I want to see this first poll from the playoff committee. I want to see if they follow the AP poll or if they go their own route. Because Georgia Tech's getting crucified for their strength of schedule, but you can't fault teams for their conference opponents and playing in a weak conference. They're winning all their games, and they still got to play Georgia. And if they beat Georgia, nobody needs to doubt them anymore. So I got Georgia Tech, Miami, Louisville, and Virginia in the hunt. 2 of those teams will probably get in from the ACC. In the Big 12, you got BYU, Texas Tech, Cincinnati that's in the hunt. And in the SEC, saying that these 2 teams went out to this game, the winner of Vanderbilt and Tennessee will go to the playoffs.
Ooh. Told you, Tony. He's coming to wipe his balls. I done told you.
He's not gonna.
He's coming.
SEC play. SEC play.
You could have Tennessee and Vanderbilt in a playoff eliminator on Thanksgiving weekend.
That'd be crazy.
I truly believe that, because if you look at the way that teams are judged, and that's why I said this first ranking from the playoff committee is going to be super important to see how they're evaluating teams. Yes, Tennessee's defense is suspect. Yes, Tony will
I think he stays at Ole Miss.
and scream and cuss until he's blue in the face about Tim Banks and that defense. And they do give up a lot of yards and a lot of points. But their 2 losses right now are to the number 4 and number 5 teams in the nation. So we got, if we're going to judge teams based on good losses, they got 2 of the best losses in the nation. Now, Notre Dame's up there too. And
2 best losses in the nation.
What is AP Miami right now? 9, I think.
They're
8?
10.
So their 2 losses are to top 10 teams.
Yeah.
That's why they are where they are.
Yeah.
So you can't penalize Tennessee for losing to the 4 and 5 teams if you're rewarding Notre Dame for losing to the 10 and 3 team. So our 4, I don't know where. I don't pay attention to the AP anymore. I follow my own rankings, but
Well,
so I do think Vanderbilt, Tennessee will be a playoff eliminator as long as those 2 teams win out. Vanderbilt's going to have to win this weekend.
They have to.
Tennessee's going to have to win this weekend.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Yeah. Yes. It's gonna be big, monumental football. Jordan, what do you got? Give me some locks. Don't go with the old. Give me something fresh.
I mean, I don't know where to go after Jeff. He's
just don't pick the Big Ten teams. Give me teams outside the Big Ten.
7 locks, okay?
Give me teams.
How many locks do you think there is? I mean, we're still a few weeks out.
Well, okay, so if we're being honest, I think Notre Dame's a lock. I think they're a lock. I think they're in the playoffs. Looking at their schedule, I know. So I think they're a lock, and that is what it is. So
I think Texas A&M. Like I say, barring some craziness, I think A&M is a lock to be in the playoffs this year, which is going to be kind of funny. They paid Jimbo all that money to win something, never won shit, and then 2 years in, Mike Elko's going to have him in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Possibly with an SEC championship. They still have a lot in front of them.
Yeah.
I think Oregon. I mean, they don't have anybody else the rest of the way.
No, they're dead.
Yeah,
they're going to be in. Give me what about Big 12? What about Big 12? Do we all agree that one team from the Big 12 gets in?
Yeah, that's max. I mean,
that's max.
Champion. Hold on.
It depends,
There's a lot of teams up there hanging around.
You got BYU that's undefeated, Texas Tech at 7-1, and Cincinnati at 7-1.
Yep.
Now, if those teams win out, the tiebreaker comes into play. BYU's let's say BYU goes undefeated, they're obviously in. But
Houston
if you've got a
7-1.
Texas Tech or a Cincinnati that didn't get to play in their conference games, same thing like Penn State last year. They didn't, or not last year, but year before, they get in because they didn't play in the Big Ten championship game. It's those things like Georgia. If Georgia wins out and Alabama wins out, Georgia doesn't have to play the SEC championship game. They're definitely getting in. It's going to be beneficial to them not playing in that game. And that's the era of football we're in, because some of these teams that are right there on the fringe aren't going to have to play a conference championship game, and they will get in, whereas usually both teams that make the conference championship game will still have to get in, but they have to play that extra game.
But you saw what you saw what they did. If you go in and you lose, unless you get boat raced, I think you're still in the playoff. I just think that unless you get boat raced, they're not going to penalize you.
Hold it against you. I don't think that they will.
I don't think so after last year. It's just interesting because let's say Georgia Tech for some reason loses to Georgia and then they lose to Miami. Well, then they lose to Miami. They have 2 losses with that schedule strength. And then where do you put them? Because they're at 8 right now.
But then that's where I say this playoff committee will get criticized if they're rewarding Notre Dame for their 2 top 10 losses, but then penalizing Georgia Tech for their 2 top 10 losses.
I agree.
You can't have it both ways, and that's the problem with this system. Go back to the fucking computers. I never thought I'd say that wholeheartedly, but I am now.
It's pretty close. I mean, the computers are still pretty close to. So how do we feel? So Ole Miss is in. I mean, they're in, right? Right now, they're in. South Carolina, Citadel, Florida, and Mississippi State.
Loaded, and they're 7-1 right now.
They're in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be interesting, guys.
The Egg Bowl, just absolutely crap in the bed. I mean,
well, the Egg Bowl, Mississippi State has been competitive in their losses, and like we go back to the rivalry game thing, anything can happen. And that Mississippi State team is well improved from last year.
I mean, they're right there to
yes, they are
to knock somebody off.
So if Ole Miss were to lose that game, they will probably be penalized pretty big for it. But
it's getting crowded.
A catastrophe. Yes, it really is this year.
It's getting crowded. It's crowded because the deal is like it's all about who you lost to. So let's say Tennessee wins out and they beat Vandy, right? They finish 10-2, but Alabama trips up against Texas A&M. You got Ole Miss sitting there with 1 loss. You got Georgia with 1 loss. It's getting crowded for the SEC. It's getting real crowded up there, and who's gonna get kicked out to let Tennessee in? It's getting. Now, I told you, I think if 10-2 Tennessee team gets in, but who's gonna get left out? That's the question, and it's not up to us. But yeah, I agree with Tony. He'll be staying at Ole Miss. I think Lane Kiffin's there for the long haul.
Well, and I'm saying in that scenario, without you'd have Alabama with a heads-up win.
Yeah,
but then at that point, how bad does that Florida State loss look at that point in the season?
So here's my thing. I just want to interject with my rankings. I have Notre Dame. Right. I have Notre Dame at 17 in my rankings, right behind Oklahoma and Tennessee. And Oklahoma and Tennessee play this week. That'll work itself out. I'm not going to sit there like the AP poll and just give them 12th ranking because of their brand and who they are. That's not how I'm rating these teams, and I don't have Notre Dame as a playoff team. That's why I didn't have them in my locks, and we'll see how it goes. If Notre Dame wins out, they're 10-2, and their 2 losses are to the ACC champion and the SEC champion, saying everybody wins out. Then
they probably should be in. They probably should be in.
Right. And we'll see how that goes because a lot of people in front of them are going to lose. But right now, they're 17th in my rankings.
Yeah, the problem is though, is Riddle, and we live in reality, and you know this. Like Jordan said, the brand will not be left out unless
absolutely not.
unless something crazy happens, and the crazy things happen in college football. So
with 10
we'll,
wins there, nobody
we'll,
10
we'll,
there in every year.
we'll hold out hope. So moving on, we got our top 25 marquee matchups, and we are gonna start with a game that, you know, we consider it marquee because it's going to decide or help decide a conference reshaping here. So we're going to start, Tony, with you. Navy at North Texas. Go ahead and sail with the shipment.
Yeah. I'm about to sell y'all this. Navy been really good this year. A really
Blitz,
good
Bama,
offense.
blitz.
They can score.
Roll Tide.
They can run the ball because that's what they do. I believe North Texas, though, they should also score a lot of points themselves through the air. Navy, they're kind of weak in the secondary there. But I'm going to go back to an Army game that North Texas played earlier this year, and they struggled. They hung on to win that one by 8. This Navy's offense is a lot better than that Army's offense. And this was a tough one for me, but I'm going to take Navy and the 6.5 dog.
All right. Okay. Riddle.
Oh, motherfucker. This is a huge matchup in the American Conference, like you said, Brandon. This
60% of the time, every time.
Yeah, this is an eliminator for North Texas because they do have an L. They have a 1 in that L column. So, but Blake Horvath is having another great year. He's got 1,877 total yards and 19 touchdowns. I think the key for Navy, and this would be crazy to think about, but it does happen. They've got Notre Dame next week. Can't be looking ahead to Notre Dame.
That's true, Big Hunt.
That's good.
That's true.
I could tell by the way he was going with that I was on the wrong side of this one. But I'm not going to change it. But the key is for Navy is to pay attention to this game. Win your conference first. That's what matters. Worry about Notre Dame next week. Don't look ahead. North Texas gave up 63 points to USF. That's a big deal. Navy's going to score. I'm not going to say they win outright, but I do have Navy plus the 6.5.
Good. Stay over there with him. All right. Jordan.
Yeah, Notre Dame on deck next week is a bad look ahead spot. On the road at North Texas. Give me the Mean Green minus 6.5.
God damn it. Give them to me too. Like I said.
But North Texas will score more.
And if I'm going to tell you this, if you learn one thing, you know science doesn't lie. Your mama might lie to you. Tony Pardo might lie to you. But God dang it, numbers don't lie. And if you fade Tony, you win 60% of the time every time. So
before we move on, for the chat and the ones in here across the platforms, Brandon scientifically and on purpose faded Tony in every game last week and had a winning record.
Yay! And I was 1-4 the week before. So using this,
hit or miss.
Using this or using this guy. Or if you're on TikTok, this guy over here, hey man, sometimes you got to go with, go with this. All right. So moving on, this is a good one. I think this is this.
Jeff.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Please go ahead.
I mean, we can do
Thank you for sharing.
Quick.
Thank you for following Bama Chick.
Jordan, you're in first, 28 and 23. I'm in second, 27 and 24. Brandon's 26 and 25 in third place. Remember, this is all against the spread. 3 of us have a winning record. And then Tony has a 17 and 34 record, hitting 33%.
Boy, oh boy. 60% of the time, every time.
20, boys.
Here we go. So, Riddle, we start with you. Number 13, Texas Tech at Kansas State plus 7.5.
So I texted y'all earlier this week and said, keep an eye on this game. And the reason being is Texas Tech's QB situation is starting to get a little shaky. I know they said Baron Morton's expected to play. He's good. Their coach came out and said that he would have been able to play last week if they needed him. but then Will Hammond tore his ACL, and Morton still didn't come into the game. They went to Mitch Griffiths, the third string quarterback.
That's true.
I know that they're downplaying it, but it's something to keep an eye on, because if they lose Morton again, if they try to rush him back and he re-aggravates that injury or something else, God forbid that happen, but something else happens, they're down to their third string quarterback. Kansas State has bounced back the last couple of weeks after a very disappointing start. They beat TCU and Kansas, and they boat raced them both. Kansas State has nothing to lose, and teams that have nothing to lose are dangerous because all they have left for the season is to play spoiler. I'm going to take Texas Tech -7.5 because Morton is playing, but this is a game to keep an eye on.
Okay. All right. Jordan.
Yeah, Kansas State starting to hit their stride. It's almost like they're pulling a Kansas from last year when Kansas got out so bad and then went 5-1 down the stretch. I love this K-State team before the year. I still don't hate them. They played terribly in Ireland in a damn hayfield, and it just never really recovered from that. But that being said, give me Avery Johnson and the Wildcats plus 7.5.
That's a good pick. Tony, who you got, brother?
That is a good pick. Hell, because I'm taking K-State as well.
Come on, Tony. I'll carry you to victory, baby.
Riddle touched on it. Talk about the quarterback injuries. There's something going on there. I don't think he's healthy. At some point, you'll probably see third-string quarterback come in. K-State, Jordan said, been playing some really good ball the last several weeks.
Parlays.
And I'm not saying that they're going to win. They could, though. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. But, hell, I'm going to take Kansas State in the 7.5.
Well, Tony, that makes me feel great because I'm taking Texas Tech, and I'm going to tell you why. It had nothing to do. It had nothing to do with anything because I was uncertain about the quarterback too. And then I saw the press conference of those two linebackers. One of them sitting there with a Riley Green mustache, looked like Sam Elliott back in the when he was 20. And then the other one had a cowboy hat on. If those motherfuckers ain't out there putting in work for you, I don't know who is. I'm going Texas Tech just from the swag alone. Motherfucker looks like Brokeback Mountain. Them motherfuckers 8 seconds, buddy. They're gonna ride that bull till they die or it dies. One or the other.
They're riding their bulls, all right.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Number 9, Vandy at 20, Texas. We have it at 1.5 for Texas, and I want to know, Jordan, who you going with? I got insider in this one.
Hook 'em horns. Hook 'em horns. Give me Texas at home.
Okay. Tony.
Yep, I'm fading Vandy this week. Didn't even touch him and the others. I think their luck's running out. It's going to. Don't care what anyone says. Diego Pavia.
That's right, Big Hunt.
Absolute dog shit SEC play. Unless they think that their defense is going to manhandle Texas in this one at home and the run game is going to keep doing what they're doing.
What's up, Diggle?
I have a hard time believing it's going to happen like 3 straight games in a row. Now, I do think this will be a somewhat low-scoring game. I think Arch Manning I haven't looked, but I thought he was questionable. But I don't know if that really even matters because it's not like he's played all that well as it is. But I think Texas can do enough to get this pretty much this win here, this cover. It should be a cover at home. It's really a statement game for them. And like I said, Diego Pavia, most overrated college player in college football.
Riddle. You heard of For the Boys. This is almost a For the Brand game. If Texas drops this game after almost crapping the bet against Mississippi State, Sarkisian shopping for a job won't be because he wants to be in the NFL. It's because he needs a job somewhere.
Just not Tennessee, please. Don't want you. Don't want to.
Hey, the dude can call an offense. I'm telling you right now, he called the best offense Alabama's ever had. But anyway, all right, go ahead, Riddle.
Didn't work for him in Houston.
Yeah, Vanderbilt continues finding ways to get the job done. And it's time to give them the respect that they're deserved. They're 2-0 all-time on game day now. And Diego Pavia is creeping up that Heisman list. He's got 2,156 total yards and 20 touchdowns. Texas did have a big win against Oklahoma, but then struggled and had overtime wins against 2-5 Kentucky and 4-4 Mississippi State. Arch Manning, keep an eye on that. That is a big deal for this weekend. He is still in concussion protocol. He has not practiced yet. He is very questionable for this weekend's game. I'm a believer in Clark Lee. I'm a believer in the Commodores. I'm not a believer in Texas in that offense. I'm taking Vanderbilt plus 1.5.
I have. Can we go back to last year and just give Nico the Heisman if that's the case? if Diego Pavia is a Heisman candidate, can we just go back in time?
I put that in
Nico
my notes for this right
But
here.
Tony, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. Because Nico,
I put that in my notes for this right here.
Nico was just as effective as Pavia has been.
Jesus
But
Christ.
anyway, I'm gonna tell you this.
Difference is Pavia's a winner, and he's carrying that team.
Hell, Nico went to the playoffs last year.
Dylan Sampson carried that team, not Nico.
So here's the deal. First off,
No,
Texas.
I put that in there just for you, Tony.
Texas. I'm going Texas. And the reason I'm going Texas is because the quarterback that came in for Arch Manning last week, he runs that offense just as well, if not better than Arch Manning did. He came in and he threw a touchdown very easily when everyone else
sound
struggled.
like all them Texas fans from the last
I'm
couple
telling
of
you.
years is screaming Arch,
telling you.
Arch when
telling you.
Quinn Ewers was obviously the better option.
Arch is not available, so you're going to have to go with whoever you got. And the bottom line is I think
if this kid was that much better than Arch, he'd be playing every week.
I don't think he's better. I don't think
he's
he's better than Arch. I think he's just
Right.
he's got it. And I think he'll be fine. And I think Arch is up here, guys. I don't think it has anything to do with his talent.
I think that name's carrying a lot of weight for him right now.
Because I don't know if you noticed, but Pro Football Focus, they put out an article. Arch is still graded as the number 1 QB. Now, that's based on overall metrics and grades and how they like mechanics, fundamentals, stuff that we can't really, break down it very easily. But I don't see that because, like I said, on the field matters. On the field matters. What is it?
4 on their own 30.
Oh God.
Desperation setting in already.
Anyway,
fucking Murfreesboro.
It's 17. It's a 3-point game with 9 minutes to play. MTSU has just went for it. 4th and 4 on their own 30 with fucking 9 minutes to go in the game in a 3-point ball game.
Damn, I knew I should have picked Jacksonville State. I knew I should have put Jacksonville State. MTSU has never disappointed me on fucking up a damn win. Anyway, yeah, so let's move on to the big game of the weekend, and this is Oklahoma at number 14. Well, yeah, I mean, but Oklahoma at 14 Tennessee. For our podcast is the big one.
Right.
So
let me go first because
you're going first. You're going first. Tony's going last.
Y'all are the Tennessee fans. I'm not gonna overdo it on this one. This is what I have. I don't think Napier is 100%. I don't think this Oklahoma defense is as good as advertised after further research. I don't think this Oklahoma team gets to 9 wins on the year. Tennessee has too many weapons. Tennessee scores too many points. Tennessee is at home. I'm taking Tennessee minus 2.5.
15-yard penalty on Jacksonville State.
All you needed to know. All you need to know was Tennessee's at home, and that would be that'd be a L for Oklahoma. I'll just go ahead and go since I'm not in. That 2.5 point spread, that's too small. SEC home get you 3 points. I've got Tennessee easily. I don't think it's.
Me. The only thing that scares me is that fucking Tennessee chose to do dark mode this weekend. But I still got Tennessee minus 2.5.
I'm just going to tell you, yeah, that dark mode, that's for fucking candy asses and fucking cake salesmen. Anybody that needs that bullshit, you want to take the shit to the house. That's what that's the shit MTSU does, Tony. That's the shit MTSU does, put on dark jerseys. Oh, touchdown, touchdown or first down?
Touchdown.
Touchdown Blue Raiders.
Jeff might know ball just popped in the chat. Just so you
All
know.
right. Anyway, Jordan, you're up.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a get-right game for John Napier. If you're ever going to get right, this defense is where it's going to happen at. The biggest thing, Oklahoma's down 5 offensive linemen total. They're going to be thin up front. That might give this Tennessee front a chance to put some pressure on Napier. If they can put him off the spot, Tennessee wins this in a rout. If Napier can play back to his pre-surgery form, I still think Tennessee outscores them, but they'll still cover 2.5. Give me like a 45-38 Tennessee victory.
Now, Oklahoma can run the football. That's one thing that, like,
And we can't stop it.
You told me Tennessee was struggling. I mean, Alabama doesn't run the ball. We know that now, but, like, bottom line is Oklahoma can. So, Tony,
Everybody
you're
gets
up.
a 200-yard spot from us.
The key, though, and Tony hates hearing this, and Brandon brought this up a couple weeks ago. Tennessee forces turnovers.
Oh God,
just as good as anybody in the nation. They give up a lot of yards. They give up a lot of points, but turnovers are huge in games.
Well, you know
and
what?
turnovers when they get pressed.
And Riddle, when you score on average at like 2-minute drives, guess what? You're on the field a fucking lot.
Don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
because last year they weren't fucking scoring, period. And guess what? Defense did their fucking best in the games they lost. And guess what? They got wore the fuck out. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Score fucking points. Defense, do your fucking job. But anyways.
What's up, Tyler?
I like A&M, Tyler.
I told y'all Tony be like Cartman in that commercial.
Yeah, save it for the poor, Tony. Tony, just make your pick and save it for the poor.
I like A&M. I like the way they look. I like the way they've played to this point. They get past Texas. That's all they got to do. Texas is their big hurdle, and it has been for a long, long time.
That's their middle block.
Yeah.
All right. So Tony, make your pick. Don't give away anything for the poor. We need the poor to be legendary.
Well, you know, I don't know where I never know where I'm going with the poor, anyways. So,
well, just
Big Hunt said you're pre-gaming for the poor already.
Might have to have a fan code of conduct meeting after this.
So yeah, fuck it. I'm confident in this game.
I like this.
Doesn't lose
I like this
against Georgia.
Yeah.
Come
on.
Like it, all right. And I'm going against the Sharps bitch asses for this week. The Sharps had Oklahoma at +3, but I don't give a fuck because I have a hard time because of +3. It's almost like saying that they're going to win. I have a hard time believing it. I think they're going to struggle. You see what Riddle brought it up Saturday about how they struggle against Ole Miss. Similar type style offense. Oklahoma got their ass exposed. Yes, they did. They got that ass exposed. We already know about Tennessee's flaws, so we don't got to talk about it. But I think Tennessee's going to...
Bill Saver called him out.
Oh, shit.
Bill Saver told him if he wasn't pulling for the Dodgers, he hated America.
That's true. That's true.
Full of Japanese and Hispanics and South Americans.
What's that matter? What's that matter?
Anyways, but so yeah, I think Oklahoma's defense.
Dodgers getting ass raped right now.
Even though stats,
but we just got
the stats the week before were saying otherwise. Well, they got exposed when the high-powered offense went up against that defense at home. By the way, they were home. Now they're going up against another fast-paced, high-scoring offense. I think Aguilar's about to feast again in SEC play, unlike that fucking loser up in Nashville.
Nice to meet you.
Shit. Hell, he's gonna be eating like it's Thanksgiving. Give me a Tennessee
Roll
and
time.
Fucking 2.5. I got this.
All right, good. All right, so we all picked that game. We can finally calm down. We can all take a Valium and calm down. Number 17, Cincinnati at 24, Utah. Tony, you was on such a fucking roll. Just go ahead.
Yeah, my heart rate got up.
Go ahead and give me this pick.
Calm down.
Go ahead and give me this pick so we all know who to fade.
Yeah. All right. So now you
peace out, Bama Chick.
No, I'm gonna take fucking Utah in this 9.5. I don't give a shit. Might seem a little high. Since he's gonna be without their star running back, that's kind of a big blow to them. Evan Pryor, which I believe is Terrell Pryor's brother. That's big considering the Utah. They're a really good defense, really good against the run. I'm just gonna say it was a good season for Cincy, but that's where it's gonna fucking stop. So yeah, give me Utah 9.5 at home.
Riddle.
Yeah, to quote Jordan, Utah is coming off giving an ass whipping of biblical proportions to Colorado last week.
It was biblical.
53-7, and if you haven't seen the
family Bible that sits on your coffee table, that's when you write things like this down because it may never happen again. 3 points by halftime.
If you haven't seen the stats for that game, go look at them. When we say biblical proportions, we mean it. It was incredible. We stayed up and watched it. We were live Saturday till halftime on that one, but it was insane. Cincinnati is a very good football team. They're very much improved. I had them as my most improved team. They've won 7 in a row, but the problem is they've only had 2 true road games. and it was against Kansas and Oklahoma State, who are combined 5-11. We will see what they're made of this weekend. This Utah defense isn't playing around. I mean, they're good, plain and simple. Utah's given up 100 less yards per game, and they've already had tests against Texas Tech and BYU. I'm taking Utah minus 9.5.
Jordan.
Yeah, y'all pretty much covered it. I'm going to the Utes 9.5 at home. Give me Utah.
Well, we got a clean sweep. I'm going Utah as well. Now, knowing that
you agreed with Tony on 2 of your picks. I just want you to know that.
Yeah, I know.
Not good.
No, sorry, 3 of your picks.
Well, the deal is the deal is, yeah, I proved science last. I'm going back with up here, and but bottom line is like, you know, Utah. I mean, yeah, it's, like you said, they play defense. They do good things. They're starting to come along. Tennessee's a no-brainer, and the Texas is kind of a pick 'em. And I just think being at home in the SEC is a hard road to hoe. So that's it.
You are absolutely correct. You are 100% correct.
Yeah, that was at halftime.
So
and Utah had something close to 400 in the first half.
So that's gonna do it for this part of the show.
And another thing on that game, real quick.
You froze up, Riddle.
Refocuses.
Yeah.
Utah has to win this game. Like, if they lose this game, they have no chance in the Big 12. They have to win this weekend. So that's another
motivation
thing that plays into it. Yep.
Motivation. So, Riddle, give us the answer to the riddle, because
so
no point in carrying over. Go ahead.
We did get some correct answers. No, Chad. But the reason for this riddle is because of who Georgia plays this weekend. Throwing a little shade. The answer to the riddle is Florida, Vanderbilt, Mississippi State, and South Carolina. Those are the 4 teams that have never had a perfect season in their school's history. We did get some right answers. D's obviously coming in with 3 points to hold down his position in first place. Josh got 2 points. Big Hunt got a point. And I gave Troy a point too because everybody was struggling with it. So we had 4 correct answers tonight.
Show them 2 of the items that we will be sending in the packet.
Yeah, and these aren't the only 2 items, but
no,
you'll be getting the lock loaded and goated mini helmet as part of the package. There's 2 of those up there. And then you'll also be getting a signed football from all of us at Lock Loaded and Goated as a full-size football with our logo on it.
Yeah, that's badass.
There will be other things in the package, but the winner of the trivia, and then we still got 4 or 5 weeks left of trivia. So if you're behind D's right now, Rose should get D's points. Oh shit. Daniel Wilson with the comment of the night. I don't even think Dees is in here to defend himself. I think he just came in for the trivia at this point. But if you are behind right now, you still got time. With what happened tonight, 15. Dees is going to be at 18. Big Hunt will go to 13 points. Josh will have 11, and Troy will have 6, and that's the top 4. So we may. Hey, we're gonna talk about it. We may have opportunities for some bonus points. We're gonna have a conversation and see. I think we got some ideas, but we'll see. I don't want to make it unfair. So, but anyway, good stuff there, Riddle. As always, the questions are good. Go ahead.
Google that too.
He won't be able to Google this. He won't be able to, if we do what we talked about, Riddle, he won't be able to Google this. There's no way. And
you'll have to remind me off.
We will. Which one is the terrible picker, and why is it Tony? It's Tony. It's Tony.
So Tyler, we're picking against the spread this year. Last year we picked just straight up, and
laptop.
we picked straight up last year, and we all did very, very well straight up. So we wanted to change it up. Jordan wanted to change it up. He's the betting guy. He wanted to go against the spread this year. We agreed to go against the spread. We're picking 5 games every week. If there's a top 25 matchup, we have to pick it. But it's against the spread, which is a lot tougher. And right now, Jordan is in first place at 28-23, which that's making money. I'm 27-24, and Jordan, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe I'm making money.
What percentage is that? I can't do it on top of my off my head, but
what is the winning percentage to make money?
62.4 is break even.
62.4?
52.4 is break even.
Oh, yeah, I'm over that. Brandon is actually 26-25. He's right there at that mark. I think he's breaking even right now.
It's a game either way.
Tyler, I want you to listen closely here. Tony Pardo is 17-34 against the spread. He's the only person not over 500, and he's not even close.
Hell, he can't finish 500 if he got them all right.
So Tyler, last week for just because I love y'all, I went and I faded Tony in every pick, and I ended up 3-2. So yeah. I'm making you money, and Tony's making you money. All you gotta do is pick opposite of him.
And we're giving y'all this for free. So
all right. It's time to put the babies to sleep. It's time to get to the part of the night where we all have to sit down and enjoy a little pour and let somebody just go off and rant about some bullshit that nobody cares about. We call this Pardo's Pour. This is the time for Pardo to unleash all them emotional quibbles that he's got built up over the week. Let out all that anger and frustration Deal Saver caused you, boy. Don't let him do it to you. Get it all out in the open. So now y'all are right here, ready to go for Pardo's Pour.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, you guys know me. You've been here a few times. I'm sure you've seen my little rants I do. This little pour is brought to you by Jack Daniel's Single Barrel. It's a new heritage bottle of toasted.
Oh, God.
Right here.
That's a good bottle. That's a good bottle.
It is.
That's probably the comment of the night.
I'm drinking. Let's just talk about what we're drinking tonight. Tony said what it's brought by. I'm doing Horse Soldier. Brandon, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking Benchmark Bonded.
Okay. If you've never heard of Horse Soldier, I'm gonna do a little plug right here for Horse Soldier. Their proceeds go to veterans, active military, and all that. It's a good brand. That really cool bottle. Not the highest proof, but I'm drinking it tonight.
And before you go on, Tony, let's go ahead and do our plug. For our affiliate. We have Josh in the comment section, the chat section. He does a golf podcast 2 times a week.
Bunker.
From the bunker every week with another guy who you've heard mentioned on this show quite a bit. He was actually featured last week. So if you can, guys, go give them a like and a follow. If you like golf, they're putting content out all the time, some really good content, and they've been very supportive of this channel. So we always want to try to support those that support us. So we appreciate Josh and Dee's, and we would love for you to go like and follow their channel and tune into them for some great golf content. Tony,
and
please proceed.
Thing, hang on.
Yes,
one more thing.
Yes. Oh yeah.
This Sunday we are going out and filming content with From the Bunker with Josh and Dee's. It's going to be Locked, Loaded, and Goated versus From the Bunker in a one-on-one golf match. It's going to be Josh versus Tony, and there will be a lot of content coming. So keep an eye out for that. All right, now go ahead, Brandon.
Go ahead, Tony.
All right, so we already touched on Tennessee game. About had a heart attack there, so I'm not going to talk about that one now. I got most of that bullshit out. But something that popped up last couple days ago, Brandon's trying to get me fucking gaslight. He's trying to gaslight me. I know what he's doing, but it has made waves on social media about Josh fucking Heupel going to fucking LSU. First off, just shut the fuck up. Stop it. Anybody that believes this shit, just stop. There's no reason for Heupel to go to fucking LSU at all. No ties, no nothing. What is he going to do? Is he going to be another fake gump like Brian Kelly was being? I mean, he doesn't fit that shit. Let's start off here. Just a little hot board. Literally just given an extension through 2030. Is he going to buy himself out? Tennessee, he's building something here. He's already said he's building success here. Yeah, I know coaches say one thing or another, but there's no fucking reason he's going to go to LSU. Hell, he's already stole a couple players from LSU over this past summer. So,
Yeah.
And not only that, you got strong leadership at Tennessee. What the fuck does LSU got going for them with their AD? Their AD doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Hell, you're the AD down there is the guy who gives Brian Kelly all this fucking money, all this money, pays for assistants. Hell, he's running the LSU program besides baseball into the fucking trash can. That's why he's living down there. And literally, there's no fucking there's no interest from Heupel. Heupel's never said one time that, you know how Kiffin's out here, he's playing the field. Kiffin's doing this shit. Kiffin won't come out and say something like, he's not interested in all this other shit. That's not Heupel. Heupel's not doing this shit. And what's more funny is, since Tennessee's so fucking irrelevant, but boy, you motherfuckers want our coach. That's fucking hilarious. I see this shit all over social media and Twitter. Have some fools try to tell me that Tennessee's irrelevant right now. Of course, that's a bunch of dumbassery right there. You're going to say that because we're literally relevant, unlike LSU. LSU, outside of maybe Burrow, I guess they're still riding that nutsack of that championship back in, 2019 or 20?
LSU hadn't ever recovered from that ass whooping in 2022.
Exactly. So let's just stop, because a lot of you motherfuckers hate on Tennessee all the time, and I see LSU people do it all the fucking time too. And they're lucky they don't fucking play us every year, because there's a good chance over the last 4 years, they don't fucking beat us.
Thank you, Tyler.
But, so yeah, let's just stop the bullshit. You're not even a legit source. People that just, like I was saying the other day, they're speaking all this fucking hot air. It's just hot air. There's nothing to it. So go find you a little golden rough, whatever, because apparently every hire LSU makes is just the best thing ever. You stupid fucks fired Ed Orgeron and should have just kept him. I mean, hell, what was Kelly's record? 34-14? And I do get it.
34-15.
34-15. And I do get it. Did he deserve to be fired based off his record? No. But that's not the times we live in now, because you stupid fucks hired him off these unworldly expectations, thinking this fraud was going to lead you to a national fucking championship. You should have fucking known better. You should have fucking known better. You should have seen where he fucking came from, where he was coaching, and what he did. The one moment he had his time to shine, got his ass reamed out by Alabama in championship game. Other than that, nothing special. So go find now. There is one guy on the staff, and I've already hinted at. Now, if you motherfuckers want a Tennessee Vol that's on the staff, go after Tim Banks. Really good defense coordinator. He'll coach your program to success. You'll have a top 5 defense that creates all these turnovers, but you might give up 30 points, because apparently that's today's standard when it comes to good defenses. So you can have Tim Banks, but you're not fucking getting Josh Heupel. So go ahead, be disappointed, because you're probably going to be disappointed this fucking offseason with whoever LSU does decide to hire. It's not going to be who you think it is or should be. It's probably going to be, like we mentioned, some coordinator that's wanting a job, wanting to, get his name out there, showcase his abilities to coach. It's not going to be Josh Heupel. So that's all I want to say. I didn't want to get too worked up over this, because I really thought I was about to get pissed off talking about the Oklahoma-Tennessee game. That's all I got to say. Fuck that shit. Heupel ain't
fucking logo for the win.
Y'all don't want our fucking trash. Y'all don't want our trash. Get away from my trash. Stay away from my trash. Y'all don't want us.
LSU is the funniest thing ever.
Oh shit,
I
Tony!
don't know if you're seeing the TikTok live,
we love you, buddy.
or any of the other lives, but there was a logo that was put on during that is absolutely fantastic. Chad and
Big Hunt threw out some ideas, and so now you got Billy the Goat in a bathtub drinking a bottle of bourbon.
Jordan.
Big Hunt. I've had the same opinion about Tim Banks.
Hold on, here.
Since Heupel brought him on the staff, I don't like him. He fucking sucks as a coordinator. I even said it last year.
Hang on, Jordan.
Before never showed up in big fucking games. They never do, and now they don't show up at all. So fuck it. He's gotta go.
He gotta go.
Send you a message.
All right, I'll look at here a minute.
And you know what they say?
LSU has a chance to do the funniest thing ever.
Yes.
Because outside of Notre Dame, who was always riding on the coattails to have success off of Brian Kelly recruits.
Yeah.
I think Jeff knows where he's headed.
I was looking at something else. Sorry, what did you say?
I said LSU has a chance to do the funniest thing ever with this coaching hire. I said, because there was one guy who was always, waiting in the wings, just following Brian Kelly stop to stop.
Oh, yeah, Butch. Yes, sir, Lloyd. Lord Lyle, my bad.
Lloyd Jones.
Lloyd Lyle.
Baby.
Hey, them or Florida. Hey.
Brick by
brick by brick.
Where them
champions alive.
Looking good, baby.
So,
Arkansas State looking good.
The deal is
down in Florida or LSU.
We got our money. Thank you, Tyler. We got our money. We got our money on this because this is what we think is going to happen. We think Heupel is going to go somewhere. They think somebody's going to throw the bank at him. And Tim Banks is going to become the next head coach. And Tony is going to throw a toaster in the bathtub with him.
With
football. Y'all may lose your cash cow on the pig.
I mean, we can't have this happen.
Hey, we found our diamond rough. Go
since we're technically still in the Pardo Sport segment, I just want to throw this out there.
Yeah.
Last year was the first time Vandy and Texas played since 1928. Overall, Vandy has a 8-4-1 lead in that series all time.
Oh, hell. Good for them.
Do not.
Too bad Tulane has more SEC championships.
See you, Josh.
Vandy.
Do not count out Vandy, Tony.
No, I'm counting them.
Respect the name.
Hey, I gave. Listen, I rode them motherfuckers last 2 weeks, but I'm not doing it this week.
Big Hunt.
I'm not doing it. I seen Pavia not do shit. They can't keep escaping like that by Pavia not doing anything in SEC play.
Big Hunt.
Dog shit. He's not a Heisman fan.
I have been to Tony's house. He has a Butch Jones trash can sitting right behind his computer. So you just go ahead. That was the greatest moments in the history of Tennessee when they start throwing up trash cans.
So Christmas is coming. I'm gonna get Tony a Tennessee flag to put back there with his Titans and Braves one. That way he represents a little bit of college football on this podcast.
Y'all know
Tony did pick the horns.
Josh, I'll be ready. Like I said, I'll be ready. Bogus for days. Let's go.
All
Tyler,
right.
yes, Tony did pick the Longhorns. I was the only person that went with Vanderbilt this week.
Yep, someone about to be very sad.
Very sad. Here we go.
When Pavia lays another egg, and then that run game gets shut down, and they don't do fucking shit.
Thank y'all. Thank you guys, everyone out there, for a great night. We had about 14, 15 people all night. It has been absolutely fantastic. Appreciate the commentary, the feedback. We love chatting with you guys, doing the show, kind of going back and forth. We love it. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Big Hunt. Thank you, every one of you. D's. Thank you, Chad. Every single person that's been in here, keeping it. Y'all make this thing possible, and we want you to know we really do appreciate you. If you are watching, lurking in the wings, and you're just not sure, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. It don't cost you no damn money. Come on, and just come on back. We need the feedback. We love the love, and we just want to keep on letting this train roll. So with that said, we are live on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. So we got 4 platforms to watch us on. And I will tell you, I'm gonna give you a plug for the Twitch and the YouTube. YouTube and Twitch, the quality is superb. Riddle can attest to that. It's way better than TikTok. But for those of y'all that like TikTok, that's why we do it, because there's a lot of feedback, a lot of comments come through, and it does look, we do appreciate that. So we're also via podcast form, and we need everybody to go like and subscribe over there. We are on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. So we're trying to build that up because, like I said, we want to try to take this thing to the next level. We want to be the next Josh Pate. But it's going to take time. It's going to take work from other people. So, and that's y'all, and that's y'all support. So we appreciate y'all again. That's going to do it for all of us at Lock, Loaded, and Goated, guys. We'll see you all on Saturday night. Peace.
See y'all.
See y'all.